William Hill sponsors Joshua vs Barker live on Sky Sports Box Office.
Three rounds, 3 minutes, 3 fights.
Unbeaten fighters and major performers. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.
KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're at the press conference to announce Tyson Fury's comeback on June the 9th at Manchester Arena. I'm joined by trainer to Tyson Fury, Ben Davison.
How you doing, KUGAN?
All right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, all good.
Good. Why are you smirking behind the camera?
You've got 4 buttons undone. I wondered why.
But do you know what it is? Because I've been lifting a few weights. My chest has got a bit bigger. I thought I'd show it off today.
It's been a little bit of a long drawn out process. You've obviously been involved every step of the way, but it's good to get to this point now where there's a date, there's a venue. Obviously the opponent is yet to be named, but we're getting there.
Yeah, of course. Listen, when you're dealing at this level, you know, the fine details matter. So, like you say, it's been a long drawn out process, but we're here and looking forward to it.
How is he every day? You're with him every day, every night as well. I've seen you on the couch.
Sharing the bed sometimes.
He seems happy. He seems like he's content and he's kind of focused to reclaiming those belts back. But how is his mindset and how is his mood generally every day?
Do you know what? Working with other similar fighters in the past has helped me, you know, and I noticed that Tyson needs to be mentally stimulated in the gym, out of the gym. That's how you get the best out of him. And whether it's in a strength and conditioning session, I set him goals or give him limitations, or whether it's in a sparring session, I might do the same. It keeps him mentally stimulated, and that's how you get the best out of him. And he's in a fantastic place. I'm looking forward to it.
When you first got involved with Tyson compared to that of him now, what's the comparison there?
Night and day. Physically, everybody can see it, but mentally, it's night and day. You know, it's a bigger transition mentally, and that's the most important part. Because if a fighter's not in the right mental place, you'll never get anywhere near the best of him.
We obviously know you've had previous experience with Billy Joe Saunders. How much of that is going to put you instead for working with Tyson when he's going to need you?
Well, listen, on that occasion, I got put in the hot seat. You know, it was a last-minute thing, and I know Billy Joe like the back of my hand, and I knew how to get him through that fight, and we done that. That was what we needed to do, and we got it done. In this case, you know, at the beginning, it was an impossible job for anybody. It wasn't able to happen. He was too far gone, but we're here today, and time tells all, really. What
pressure do you feel about moving forward in the fights you're going to be involved with Tyson in the coming months and years even?
There is no pressure, you know. Working with 2 unbeaten world champions says it all, you know. That speaks for itself. So there is no pressure. You know, we've got a good relationship and we trust each other. And like I say, time tells all, really. So time will tell.
I mean, I asked Tyson what he was weighing at the moment. I'm not even sure he answered it, but what is the exact amount of weight he's lost in that kind of 5-6 month period? He's lost
about 7 stone, if not a little bit more, to be honest, but I've had to hold him back a little bit. I've worked it in 2 phases. The first phase was to get the majority of the weight off, but a rest phase was important as well, just to make sure he doesn't boil over and peak too soon. So I've had to hold him back. That's the biggest part of the job, and yeah, he's on the perfect tracks. He's on the right times to scale.
But I suppose the main issue, we'd know that Tyson would, if he's got weight to lose, he'll do it. He's been in this, I'm not sure of a similar position weight-wise, but he's been in a kind of not too far off position, shall we say, but it was more about his mental state and his mindset, whether that could be right, and you believe that that is right now?
Yeah, of course, like I say, you know, like you say, also, even physically getting him right, you know, every trainer's got their own philosophy, and I've done things my way. We've got a good team behind us. Christian Blacklock, his strength and conditioner, and Greg Marriott, his nutritionist, and together we've got everything perfect and perfectly on the right timescale, like I said, physically. Mentally, it's about keeping him stimulated, like I say, and even in his training, constantly giving him goals and limitations, brings the best out of him. And even in his sparring, when I give him certain things to do or set limits on what he's allowed to do, it brings the best out of him. But also, while I'm trying to add things to his arsenal, although we've got a good relationship and good trust, it builds more and more and more, because he's trying those things. He's only allowed to do those things, or he's got to do those things that I'm asking him to do, and it's building more and more trust. And like Frank said there, 3 to 4 fights, it's going to take time for him for those things to become set in stone in him, not to revert back to what he already knows. It's only little subtle things, and the general public probably wouldn't notice, but it will take time, and I'm happy with how things are, really. Looking forward to it.
There were no potential opponents announced today, and even speaking to Tyson there in an interview, there's still no names there. Obviously, there must be stuff going on behind the scenes. Frank's saying that 4 fights before he kind of maybe jumps in with one of the champions. Does that sound how it should be, right to you?
Yeah, like I say, especially working with a new trainer, if I'm making slight adaptations, I want him to be 100% comfortable with them. Before, when you rush things, he'll only revert back to what he knows, or he gets into a confused state where he does neither, and that's when you can lead to problems. But 3 to 4 fights, take it step by step. The most important thing is rounds under the lights after the duration it is had out, and it's the right plan. The biggest thing is holding Tyson back. He wants to go, but we've got to hold him back and do it with patience.
We know that Tyson wants his belts back. How important is it to his career that this Anthony Joshua fight does happen at some point?
Yeah, listen, both the fighters want the fight. Belts or no belts, that's a massive fight, The public want to see it. If Anthony Joshua's still world champion at the time they meet, then it's not just a massive British showdown, it's one of the biggest in the world, if not ever. One of. And it's a great fight. The public want to see it. Both fighters, I'm sure, want to have it. And we're looking forward to it on the right timescale.
There's still a bit of work before we can talk about that. I suppose there's the talk of Wilder and Joshua at the moment, which is obvious after, obviously, Joshua's win over Parker and Wilder beating Ortiz. So that's kind of the talk at the moment. But you believe probably next year that's more of a possibility for?
Yeah, next year probably, yeah. But like I say, step by step, as long as we get rounds, look, those adaptations are making those tweaks are the most important at the minute. So rounds under his belt are the most important thing, first of all. So we'll see after June the 9th, we'll reassess and go from there.
All right, Ben, have you got anything else you'd like to add?
No. I like that you got me on the good side today. You asked me which side I wanted to be. That was the most important. So, but I think I got the wrong side.
I don't know what side of yours is the best side. So you're gonna have to take it how it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
But your hair's looking on point.
Yeah.
Tintin-esque.
I keep getting mentioned the Harry Kane thing. Now I'm going to clear this up right now. Yeah, Harry Kane has got a receding hairline. I haven't, or am I in denial? But if I have, I'm going to straight up Wayne Rooney it, get it all fixed up. A few of my mates have gone to Istanbul, had it all fixed up. So after I get my first bit of money, I think I might go to Istanbul and get my hair sorted.
All right, no problem. Go to the same place Tyson got his penis enlargement.
Where did you get your hair done?
Are you joking?
Why? Does everyone know what?
My hair?
Yeah. Listen, that ain't your natural hair. Look at it.
Of course it is.
It's a syrup.
But Ben, thank you very much for talking to Rifle TV, and I'm sure we'll catch up with you soon. Best of luck ahead of June the 9th, Manchester Arena.
Rounds, 3 minutes, 3 fights.
Unbeaten fighters and major performers. I can't tell you how excited I am about this.
Hill sponsors Joshua versus Parker live on Sky Sports Box Office.